Okay, I'm going to try not to make this long, but just disclaimer, I do not know a lot about this. It's very surface level of what I know. The little research that I did do, they all say the same basically. And that is, it is a ban going on in China. I think it's been going on since last year. I think that's when it was really heavily influenced of releasing BL content, or in their case, bromance content, like to the public. Now, I enjoy CBL, they're bromances, as you will. They have great stories in them, even with the censorship. But I know in the BL community that throws a lot of people off and doesn't make them want to actually watch it because they just feel like the censorship is just too much. So before I get into what CBLs could be like, I'm just going to talk about the CBLs that we have yet to get. So there's been a few that we've been waiting for. And it doesn't seem like we're going to get those at least anytime soon. And one of them, and the one that I particularly have been waiting for, is Immortality. I've been waiting for that one since the news dropped, and still nothing. Every time you look it up, you just get like whatever the little thing they released. I don't even think they officially released it. I think a fan released it. And there are many others. But also Justice in the Dark was one that was released, I think it was last year or the very beginning of this year. And only 8 episodes released. They stopped releasing. It's not officially canceled, but I mean, we don't know when we're going to get the rest of them. And I very much enjoyed that one. From what we got, it was a darker tone. But again, with the stories that we get with the Chinese BLs, it's just, they're so great. But my question is, and if you live there, for sure educate me. But my question is, it's kind of frustrating that they continuously allow production for these BLs or bromances, but they don't release them, or they don't even plan to release them. And in my mind, I'm just like, you're losing money. All of the money and time spent doing the production and just, the filming, getting the actors together, renting out the areas you're gonna film at, all of that, just for you to be like, nah, we're actually, it's too much is going on. We're not gonna release it. All of that money? That's what I'm thinking about. Like, all the money that was wasted, besides the story that you now are just like not giving the audience. So it's like, why not allow another country to either adapt from it, or I don't really know how, how smooth it could go. Obviously they don't want to take it, but adapt from it, make their own, or like have that writer work with another director or writer from another country, and they can, make something like that, just so we could at least get something. Like, the ones that they have allowed to be released are so bromance, except like 3, ain't gonna hold you. Except 3 of them. All right, nah. I don't know how that passed, but it did, and we're happy about it. But it's just, I don't know, it's just really frustrating because there's so many great stories that they could be telling that they just don't, and they don't allow any other country to like adapt from it. You know what I mean? But anyway, with that being said, I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. If Chinese BLs became actual BLs and, the government allowed even half of the actual confirmation of the BLs, they would be great competition. Do you know what I mean? Because the stories are already great. I love Chinese BL stories. Like, I'm here for it, man. The fantasy, even the non-fantasy ones though. Like I said, Justice in the Dark was a darker tone. Just many others, y'all. So the potential they could have, so all of that potential that they don't want to get out. And at the end of the day, that is their country. That is what they are allowed to do. But it also bothers me because then it comes into play of their views of series like that anyway on that community. It's such a touchy topic. I don't really know if I want to go in detail, but I think it's also kind of concerning for the actors, because as we've seen like time and time again, when actors star and stuff like that, besides them not having get it to work together anymore, it's like their light as an actor, their spotlight as an actor, people look at them differently. Does that make sense? Like, they look at them differently and they're just like, you were in that one movie or that one series, even though it's their job. So I'm like trying to really process, do they have enough support in their own country after being in films like that? Like, they already have the backlash and the criticism, but it's like, is their fans in that where they are, is that enough for them to like, you know, keep going? And because for some of them it takes them a minute to kind of get back into like the positive spotlight. And I don't know, just like thinking about the bullying and stuff they could deal with behind the scenes, behind, you know, especially behind the award shows and stuff like that. At the end of the day, these are actors and they're just doing their job, and they did a great job in these series. So it's definitely a thought, you know, it's definitely a conversation. So like I said, if you know things, educate me. If you also have a take on it, definitely comment down below. But yeah, I've been wanting to talk about this for a while, because I just feel like a lot of people skip over Chinese BLs because they, you know, consider them romances, as, you know, they do too. And it's because of the censorship, and people just kind of tired of it and don't want to, you know, watch that. But I watch, besides the chemistry, what they do give us, the chemistry is always on point. I have not seen a Chinese BL yet that has not had good chemistry. Chemistry is always on point, and the stories, man, the stories they have are so great. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. Like I said, if you guys have an opinion and stuff, leave it down below. But yeah, I'll still be waiting. Ain't no telling how long I'm going to be waiting, but I will still be waiting, because I really want to see them, and I definitely want to finish Justice in the Dark. I feel like that was just a tease. I'm mad about that.